Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We are finally reacting to the season finale of The Witcher. This episode is called Much More. Before I get started, make sure you leave a like on the video and please subscribe. That helps so much. But otherwise, last time on The Witcher, we had Geralt reaching the Cintran city, castle, fortress, whatever, with Mousak. Him and Mousak made their way there, and that was like the start of the assault on the city. And Geralt was put in prison. So they kind of hinted at that in the first episode, like way at the beginning, but didn't directly say it. You could obviously tell it was Geralt that was in there. And he was there pretty much throughout most of the assault, but then he got out at the end and went looking for Ciri, but she was already gone. He found or saw the queen kill herself. And yeah, so then the last we saw him, he was killing a dude trying to find out where Ciri is. Yennefer initially went to visit her ex-boyfriend, who was essentially like, hey, I loved you for a long time. I can't love you now because you're clearly just here as a rebound. I need to do my work. And she was all like, sad. And then this dude's like, hey, why don't you come back to your old school and let's have a chat. And like all the mages are there and they're deciding whether or not they want to help Sintra because Nilfgaard is going to attack them. They all decide that they're not going to, except for like a few key ones. Like her old teacher, and like a few others. So Yennefer might possibly be on her way to go help Sintra in some way. Who knows? And then we caught up with Ciri, who she was just kind of wandering through some towns, stealing stuff. She stole a horse. And she was camping in the woods when her old friends found her and decided to, at the very least, steal her stuff. They were probably going to rape her as well because, you know, that's what those type of people would do. And she screamed and like went into this like weird like possessed trance. And she was saying some stuff that was like similar to what the Nilfgaardian Birdman dude was saying. And the voice sounded like Fringilla's voice, like mixed in with some other weird things. I don't know what that means, but I assume we're going to find out. So I don't know if like obviously she's got to deal with those people somehow unless they just ran away. I wonder if Geralt and or Yennefer will find her this episode, maybe towards the end. I'm really not sure what's going to happen, but we'll find out. Once again, make sure to leave a like on the video. Make sure to subscribe, hit the bell so you know when I upload. But other than that, let's jump right into this. City's burning. Was this her room? Is he going to like find her scent and track her?
Evil winds follow grave robbers.
If I was a robber, I'd be taking their belongings, butcher.
If I was a butcher, you'd be amongst the corpses.
I wonder, do they know each other?
I was going home to...
Ghouls. He told you to run. Okay, he's helping him. I was like, is he really just gonna like let him die right now?
Go home.
I can help.
Okay. I like the way they're keeping this pretty dark so that it's hard to see when they're coming. He's at somebody's own leg. Let's go, Geralt. What a G. Ooh. That's not good. That's very not good. You're a witcher though, like you should be able to
After all,
you should be able to work your way through this.
a fitting end. All right.
Unless Yennefer finds you. Yikes.
Well then. They got what they deserved.
That's some fresh blood though.
You're safe.
Leave me there. Ooh! Let's go. All the sigils and they're moving. Are they gonna connect in some weird way? This is sick. What the frick? It's turned into a wolf. And a bird and a star. That was tight. That was actually super sick. That's reminds me of Legend of Zelda.
For hundreds of years,
Hyrule
this keep
Bridge
described
right
the
there.
narrowest parts of the Yoruba River.
Do you believe King Foltest will bring the Northern armies?
I know he will. His daughter was cursed, Astriga. I guess I was the only one who didn't see her as a lost cause. I
Geralt.
enlisted a witcher,
Gang gang.
Geralt of Rivia. I often wonder where fate took him.
Into her bed.
Somewhere unpleasant, I'm sure. You should be wary of his kind. They're so often disappointing.
They won't disappoint.
Be nice. Geralt
We should
is
enjoy it while we can.
doing his best.
First thing they'll forgot.
So are you ready
Are they ever really ready?
to die?
Yes. I've lived 2 or 3 lifetimes already.
But you haven't been satisfied in any of them.
I mean, Geralt satisfied her a few times.
I tried,
I'm sorry.
but I've no legacy.
This was a serious scene and I just ruined it.
It's time to accept that life has no more to give.
Life has so
You
much
still
more to
have
give.
So much left to give.
Dang right to say it. You a champ. Tell her how it is. That's a fireball. Yikes.
Again.
Again? They have more? How many of those can they do? Oh. Dang. They just like willingly cook themselves to get yeeted. It's fog. Is it just him doing that, or are there more with him?
It's not natural.
Oh, my man's. He came to save you.
Careful now.
Oh, don't tell me this is him as a kid.
Back, you beast! I'll kill you and take your treasure! You're not fair, princess?
Tristan Tisea. Let's go.
Iba, Irig, and Nola. Believe.
Poison mushrooms, maybe? Nice work.
It's working.
I think she's aware. She's literally right in front of her. Yo! Coral! Coral!
Rena, prepare your shot. Now!
That's gonna be like a bomb. Or not. I don't know what it did. It's just like shrapnel that they're... Okay. That's pretty sick, but not... Ooh, it's like melting them. Okay, yeah, that's cooler than I thought it was. Frangilla, you hoe. I like their, the star sigil on his chest. That's pretty cool. Ooh. Okay. This dude's friggin' legit. But what a boss. And he just made it go right back into his scabbard. That's baller. He ain't scared at all. He's like, sup, ho, let's fight. She said slow down, my dude. You keep making that sword appear. Yep. She told you to slow down, man. You gotta draw from some of these trees.
What are you after? What do you want?
To get to the center of it all.
Oh. He'll probably live through that. Never mind. I thought it was just gonna be he just got kicked down a hill, but that legit looked like a broken neck, probably. Okay. Or is she creating a portal?
Fire.
Oh, that is legit.
You know how Nilfgaard took Sintra? Horrible storm. 50 skeleton ships sunk to the bottom of the sea.
That was her?
Wrecked in that horrible fog. That was you. Dimeritium. I don't need your help anymore.
Frick, yeah, what does that do again?
Rectress.
Those are snakes. Them's is snakes. Yeah, just pour that black poison directly on the wound.
Are you okay, Mom?
I need water. Go. Fetch it for me.
Aww. What did you do, Geralt's mom? Did you just leave him there?
Ma! Geralt, I've been waiting for you. Listen.
I wonder who they're gonna cast as Vesemir. Oh wait, they already did. It's a guy from Killing Eve. Oh, they just cut her hand off and slit that dude's throat. Yo, Triss, there's no way Triss is gonna die. Triss is legit. Like, she has to make it. Like, she's a bona fide character. Not just some rando with a stupid name like Coral. Them's his children. Sabrina. Yo. I mean, I assume they're under a trance. Sabrina! Oh, the stupid snakes. Yo, that's like a yeet. No. I like Sabrina. You gotta be okay, girl. Okay, she's alive, barely.
We can't give up. We can still fight.
She's legit just like the best of them. Oh, like cut her arms off and like drilled her to a tree. He's alive? In the games, Vegamorts or whatever was not the nicest dude. He's gonna steal your life force, bro.
Beautiful. That's like Juniper with
Murdoch. Yes. Gangrene was setting in.
Run free.
They needed to neutralize the toxins. Don't know.
The frick are you doing here? There's no way you are alive.
I'm a sorceress. But he knew that already. He was saved by a pulse. 4 times slower than a normal man's.
Is that his mom?
Thank you. Thank you for saving me.
Most
Frick.
mages are occupied at the battle raging in Solon. But I heard a merchant's cry for help.
How do you like my eyes? Do you know, Visana, what they do to a witcher to improve his eyes?
Stop it.
Do you know that it doesn't always work?
Stop it, Geralt.
You don't get to use that name. Vesemir gave me that name.
What was his original name?
3 out of 10 boys survived the trial. Tell me, you trusted destiny rather than trying to find me yourself. No!
Frick, dude. Oh my goodness.
I can't repay you for saving my life, but what I can offer you is the lure of surprise. That which I have but don't know. Just give me an hour and send you a
He's like,
death
F the law of surprise.
Now can we go?
He is sick of the law of surprise.
Hit the bottle. Let your chaos explode.
Yennefer had gone to Nilfgaard. Sorry you chose power.
Do you actually have what it takes?
She just took all that fire into her hands, and then she's about to melt everybody. Oh, I was like, she's willingly getting cooked right now? That's incredible. Holy freaking balls. She's still able to control it. She's bleeding from the eyes. Yikes, dude. Holy frick. Yo! Gang, gang! Full test, what is up? Let's go, brother. He's here.
Yennefer!
Yeah.
Yes. He is your destiny.
Get the frick out of this stupid log cabin. Go find Carol. Yeah. Nice brisk jog.
Whoa, whoa.
Are you kidding me?
Yaga,
You all right?
we're okay.
Is that board safe?
We're all okay. The door's closed, but we're okay. I need to tell you something.
Oh,
We had a girl, an orphan.
you gotta be kidding me.
Bye.
In the woods will be with you always. She's your destiny.
Geralt, get the piss off this stupid horse.
Witcher. He saved my life.
Just go find
Fetch
her.
him an ale before he-
Oh my god.
Hey, Butcher!
He is straight built. Look at that wagon. Turn around. Turn around. She's gonna be right there. Turn around. Do it. Do it. Come on. Tell me she's gonna be there. Let's go! Let's go! Geralt and Ciri! Yes! Thank you.
People linked by destiny will
Oh.
always find each other.
Who is Yennefer?
You gonna need to help her real quick. No! That's the end of the episode. Oh my god! Oh, oh freaking A. Oh my gosh. That was such a satisfying finale to this season. I'm so glad there's a second season coming, but holy piss. Like, oh, holy frick. Okay. I don't even know where to start right now in terms of talking about this. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna see where we started at. So Geralt, yeah. Geralt fights some ghouls. Ciri finds that lady. And okay, we'll start with Yennefer's story. So Yennefer she decided to help fight because she's looking for purpose, she's looking for legacy. Like, she kind of like what she said with Tissaia at the camp, like, she's lived several lifetimes already and she hasn't been satisfied in any of them. She's trying to find something that will like at this point she's ready to die, not because she's lived a satisfying full life, but because she feels as though she's never going to, if that makes sense. Like, she's kind of convinced herself that her legacy, like, she won't have one, and she doesn't have purpose, so she's kind of just drifting through the world. And she finds something that she's like, okay, I can put my foot down here. I can put my stake down in the ground here and have this be my legacy. Whether I succeed here or not, this is what I am. This is the most important thing in the world right now. And so she's like, all right, like, we're gonna do this. And because she's the most powerful, Tisea is like, yo, you need to like calm down, like control your chaos. You're gonna need it later. And so she kind of acts as like this battle commander up top. So she's looking out, she's seeing what's coming where, and she's kind of mentally relaying all these orders to people, which is kind of legit. It's pretty sick. We saw some super dope scenes with Vigelfortz, however you pronounce his name, where he could make the sword like reappear in his hand. There were like in the last episode, they're saying like he spent more time like on the front lines, like doing actual fighting than any of them. And that really showed here when he was fighting the Kahir, or I'm just gonna call him Birdman. Birdman took it to him though. He kind of went ham on him. I don't know how he lived, because I definitely thought he was dead, because he conked his head like super bad, and that rock or tree or whatever that was like very bloody. And then he got up later and went and murdered one of the other mages. I thought he was gonna like be just cutthroat and like take the man's life force to help himself and then rejoin the battle, but no, he just murdered him. So there was some sort of turn in his head there, or maybe he was always bad, who knows. But I remember from the games, he was not a nice dude in the games. So I was kind of surprised in the series that he was kind of being a nice guy. And yeah, maybe he's not anymore. But yeah, Yennefer was trying to tell him to control his chaos, or conserve his chaos and kind of go slow. He did not, he got beat. And Fringilla, she's doing all this dumb stuff. Like, they're straight cooking each other to throw these like sun things from a catapult, or trebuchet. I believe that was a trebuchet. No, actually those were catapults because it didn't swing around. Trebuchets are the superior siege weapon. r/trebuchet memes for life. And then that weird dude with the mist, like his entire goal was just to get into the fort, because he had the mind possession snakes. We don't know yet if Sabrina lived. She got possessed by some snakes and turned two kids into like almost like suicide bombers, where they just dropped their grenade charges on the whole whatever that was. And yeah, they blew everyone up, and Yennefer got stabbed and Sabrina fell, and I think she's still alive, but who knows. And then Triss got straight like a torch to her throat. I think she's fine as well, but who knows. And then Tisea got I don't know what I forgot the exact name of the metal or whatever. It starts with a D. But it's like it contains like it can contain / suppress like magical ability or whatever, because they made chains out of them and put someone in them previously. I don't remember the exact name, but she got like inhaled the dust, so she's like out of commission the whole fight. And bad thing, everything's just going wrong. Like freaking Fringilla sucks. She's the reason that the ships from Skellig never came in the first episode, because she sunk them all. And she's just like vindictive and evil, and she's not nice, all for this white flame. And it's like, what the frick? Like, stop. You're so dumb. I hate you, you stupid hoe. And like the whole camp is on fire, it's just burning. And then Tisea's like, hey, like, this is your moment. you need to, like, we're talking about legacy here. Like, this is your legacy. Like, you care, you've clearly already shown that you care so much about this. Like, if you can, like, do whatever you can, because there's something up with Yennefer where I don't know if it just makes her more powerful, or if it, like, lessens some of the effects that happens to them, where, like, oftentimes there's the balance where they have to draw power from life, like plants or people or whatever, to use their magical ability. So far, Yennefer hasn't really shown that that's applied to her. So that could be part of her elvish heritage or whatever. But it also could just be that she is more powerful because of it. But yeah, she sucks all that fire from the city into her hands, and then, like, that already in and of itself, that's a baller move. Helped so many people just doing that. And then she goes up on that rock all Lion King style, or like that one orc from Lord of the Rings: Two Towers. You know who I'm talking about. He just stood up there and he was awesome. And Tisea is standing in the middle of in the grass, like, she's fully ready to die. Like, she thinks that, you know, like, Yennefer just fully unleashing this fire, like, is just gonna cook everything in the vicinity, and she's accepted, like, all right, I'm gonna die. And Yennefer unleashes the whole blaze, but, like, is still so good. Like, she can just fully unleash it and still just, like, carve a little thing around Tisea to keep her alive. That was so sick. And the fire just spreads through the forest, and Birdman's looking at this like, freaking balls. Like, you gotta be kidding me. Like, Fringilla, you told me you were gonna single-handedly deplete all these people, and this chick just melted our entire force. And then right as that happens, King Foltest strolls up like, what's up, ho? Triss and Geralt saved my daughter's life. Now I'm gonna go ham on Nilfgaard's army. And he's ready to go. It's kind of interesting looking at him, because the first thing I ever saw him in was this murder mystery show where he's kind of like this scummy dad dude. And now he's like King Foltest. And he looks way different than the King Foltest in the games. But yeah, he's ready. He's come to do some harm, and it's sick. And then we don't see Yennefer after that, because she was bleeding from the eyes. She's presumably out of commission for a little bit, but probably alive. So her, Sabrina, Triss, Tisea, and Vegelforts are probably all alive. There's no way they'd kill Triss. Triss is like a major character. If they were going to kill any of these people, they would kill Sabrina or Tisea. Yeah. I'm not, like, because they're more minor. They're not really mentioned as much in the games, although this is going based off the books, so who knows. Yeah, but she's straight conked. She's we won't see her, obviously we won't see her till next season. We won't see any of these characters till next season. But yeah, that was pretty baller for Yennefer to essentially take command and, like, finally find something that she's, like, intensely set and passionate about, and be like, this is my legacy, this is who I am, this is what I'm gonna do. And if I die, I die. And she's not gonna die. But yeah, that was pretty baller. And then we can kind of talk about Geralt and Ciri kind of hand in hand a little bit. So Geralt, he starts off at the beginning kind of like retracing Ciri's footsteps a little bit. So he is in her room, and finds some of her stuff, I believe, and he's like, all right, I'm a tracker using Witcher stuff. He's kind of following her path, follows her where the first camp she was at that got destroyed, where the little man murdered his master, who was just a jerk to him. And this dude, like, he's just trying to do his civic duty, just a farmer who's like, he's not a grave robber, he's putting bodies in a pile, kind of cleaning up the area, helping them out a bit so they're not just all strewn about dead. And Geralt strolls up and he's like, yo, you should probably leave because some ghouls are about to kill you. And the guy's like, no, I can do this work. I'm a nice guy, I'll do it. He gets attacked by ghouls. Geralt saves him and he's like, yo, leave now. So he starts leaving, and then Geralt has to fight a ton of them. And he's like, oh, this is probably not good. He gets bit. He hits one with its own leg. He was going hard on these guys. And then he gets bit and he's like, frickin' balls. Collapses. He thinks he's gonna die, because normally a bite would kill any person, because whatever the venom or whatever it is gets into the bloodstream, circulates all through, they're gone. But because Geralt's heartbeat is 4 times slower than a human's, it doesn't go through his body as fast. But it's still like making him delirious, and he's out of commission for a while. And the man, the myth, the legend, Farmer Man, comes back to help him. Random thought, I wonder if we're going to see Dara again next season. That would be dope. But yeah, Farmer Man comes to save him, and Geralt is having like flashbacks / they're like hallucinations / flashbacks / potential afterlife all in one, of like when he was a kid. And I'm guessing, I don't know if that was his mom. We know that. I wonder if his mom kind of like adopted him at some point, or she had him and then became a sorceress, and like as part of being a sorceress, like you can't have kids possibly, so she was like, okay, I don't want to just abandon this kid. Like if I abandon him, he's guaranteed to die. But maybe if I drop him off at Vesemir, the Witcher, he's at least got a 3 in 10 chance. Maybe that was her thought process. But so she's being nice to him, gave him a huge feast. Like, you should have known. You're just this simple little farmer kid with this tiny little dragon. I don't think that dragon was actually there, but who knows? He could have been. Maybe that's how he knew Geralt so well. But you should have known, Geralt, as soon as your mom's giving you this smorgasbord, like, this is your last day. And so she's taking him out on the wagon, gives him an apple, and then she's like, I need water. Please go fetch me some water. And then as soon as he comes back, she's gone. And that's when Vesemir takes him in. And so his name wasn't Geralt until Vesemir gave it to him. Like, he was named something else. But yeah, he's straight conked. Meanwhile, Ciri is with this lady who, like, she saved him, or she saved her and brought her back to the house, and she's like, yo, like, you stay here, you don't need to do anything. Like, I've been given everything in my life. Like, I've gotten everything I wanted except for a daughter. Maybe you could be that. And Ciri's like, in her head is like, nah. you're nice, but no. And turns out the lady is married to the goat farmer man, like greatest of all time farmer. This man's a G and his wife is fine. How did he get her? Yeah, but okay, so Geralt is still conked. He's gonna initially have him take him to the mountains because he was gonna go to Kaer Morhen. He was gonna bring him to Kaer Morhen and have Vesemir save him. But instead, while he was like on a tree, he was hallucinating. First he thought it was Renfrey, then he thought it was Yennefer. Then I believe she was actually there. I'm pretty sure she was actually there, his mom. She healed him at least a little bit. Possibly. I don't know if she actually did, but I think she was actually there in his head. Like, it wasn't just him hallucinating her. I think she was actually there. And he's like, yo, like, what right do you have to talk to me right now? Like, you abandoned me. Like, do you have any idea? Like, he's like, do you like my eyes, Mom? Like, do you know what they do to make this happen? Like, kind of like throwing it in her face, like, you're a horrible mother. You, not only did you abandon me, but like, you knew full well ahead of time that even if I lived through this process, like, that this process was straight torture. Like, I had a 3 in 10 chance of surviving torture and coming out a, like, almost non-human at the end of it. And she's like Geralt, like blah blah blah, and he's like, you don't get to say that name. Vesemir gave me that name. And then she's like, all right, I gotta go. Find her, find Ciri. Like, those who are my watch just was Ciri. My watch just decided that it was gonna try and talk to Ciri. But yeah, so she's like, people who are linked by destiny always seem to find each other. It's a potential that at one point those two were linked by destiny. I believe it even said it, because he was like, you chose to, you know, like, allow destiny to work its course instead of finding me. So they were linked by destiny in some way. But she's like, essentially like, go find Ciri and, you know, do your thing. I'm peacing out. And then she left. And then so he was like, all right, farmer man, how far is this battle from your house? Like, let's go. I gotta rejoin this fight. I gotta do this. Because she was like, find what you lost. And he lost Yennefer and Ciri, kinda. And so he's going along, and this directly after Yennefer like yeeted the fire out, there was like maybe like a hallucination slash something happened in Ciri's brain where she saw Tissaia and Geralt yelling out for Yennefer, trying to find her. And she's like, I don't know who the piss this is, but she noticed that it was Geralt. Like, she somehow knew, because destiny. And so she's like, all right, I gotta get up, leaves the cabin, and runs off into the woods. And you're like, oh, yes. Like, I was hyped. I was like, yes, she's going to find Geralt. And then, like, 10 seconds later, he strolls up on this wagon, and I was like, are you kidding me? I was gonna be so mad if they somehow ended the season where, like, she leaves and he just comes and gets it. That's like the most frustrating thing in stories, is when you want these characters to meet especially ones that are trying to find each other and they just keep barely missing. That is so infuriating when that happens in shows. Good thing they did not like fully allow that to happen, because he was like, he heard them talking, he's like, wait, a girl is here? And he's just like, all right, strolls into the woods. And then he initially went the wrong way. I was like, oh no, he's gonna go the wrong place and they're gonna not find each other. And he's going in the woods, he's like, he almost gave up. He turned around and he's like, wait, turns back, and there she is, just running through the woods to him. And I was like, yes! Oh, thank Jesus! They found each other. Oh, yes. Thank you. She gives him this giant hug, and he's like, people linked by destiny will always find each other. He's like, I've accepted my responsibility of you. And it's kind of funny though, because she's gone through so much. Like, her entire family is gone, and like her grandmother's dying words were, find this man. So she, like, her almost like her entire life since that point, like all that she considers her life to be is like, find Geralt. This is the most important thing. Survive and find him, because he is now your family. And she finds him. That's got to be such an emotional thing. But then the first thing she says is, who's Yennefer? She's like, I don't know who this is, but I had a hallucination of you. I keep saying the word hallucinogenic. I had a hallucination of you finding or yelling for her. So who is she? And then as season ends, and I was like, oh my God. Oh, but it was so satisfying. Like, oh my gosh. Geralt finally fully accepts his responsibility of her. And then they find each other in the woods, and it's like, oh. The payoff of them finding each other. Like, thank you. Oh my goodness. Like, freaking A, dude. This season was so good. This show is awesome. But what would I give? I'd like, overall review, this was an excellent first season of this show. I know a lot of critics weren't fully thrilled with it, because of the 3 timeline stuff. They found it hard to follow. But like, once you realize that it was 3 separate timelines, like, it all it clicks in your brain. And I knew from the beginning, because I don't know if I read a headline or what, or like it was a spoiler-free review or whatever, but I knew, I forgot how I knew, if I saw it in a comment or something, but I knew it was 3 separate timelines, so it never seemed that confusing at all in my head. But yeah, a lot of critics, like, all the fans essentially loved it, and then a lot of the critics were like, this is really good, but it falters because of the non-congruent timeline. And season 2, I believe they said is going to be a lot more linear. It's going to be, they're not going to have 3 separate timelines like converging into one, which I think will be good. Like, I think that it worked really well in season 1, the way they did it. But it's not necessarily something that you can keep doing. Like, if you tried to do it again in season 2, it would fail miserably, the 3 separate timelines. Like, it's something that the first time it happens, it's excellent and it's great. Like Westworld season 1, when it's multiple timelines happening, everyone was like, whoa, this is insane, and they figure out what it is. And then season 2 of Westworld, they kind of tried to do it again, but like in a more confusing way, and people weren't vibing with it. So I don't think, like, I think it's a smart move that the showrunner was like, no, it's going to be more linear in season 2. They were filming / doing stuff for season 2 already, but that got potentially delayed or something due to the coronavirus. Like pretty much all production on shows is kind of shut down. So who knows when season 2 will come out? Probably maybe by the end of the year, possibly, because season 1, this came out in December, so it could be December of this year, or it could be another year after that. Who knows? Could be come out in 2021. But yeah, like from the start of the season to the end of the season, I think all these characters went on emotional and like character defining journeys. Like Yennefer went from being a character who's pushed around and hates herself and doesn't accept her life as it is, to kind of becoming vindictive and only wanting power and realizing that's not enough, and then in the end kind of comes full circle to realize like she almost like she's enough, like she doesn't need this huge legacy, because she can be her own legacy. She can do things that help people, and that'll become her legacy. And Geralt went on this thing of like he's just a lone wolf, howling on his own, and he doesn't want to get involved with other people, and he slowly is forced to deal with people and befriend people and kind of allow them into his circle, and then things happen where he's forced even more to kind of claim someone, and he doesn't want to do it. He wants to be alone, because he kind of views himself as like not worthy of being with other people, but also he doesn't want to deal with the response that these people have to him as a witcher. Like he hates himself because of what's been done to him, and he hates other people because of the way they act towards him, but he's still at his heart a good person. And so he's kind of he's got to accept the responsibility and the intimacy of other people, and then by the end of the season he's kind of fully embraced Ciri and what she can mean to his life. And then Ciri, she starts off as kind of just a standard princess, like she living her princess life, but she still like slums it to play with her friends. And she's kind of all about, she's a little entitled a little bit, but then she's has her entire life turned upside down, is thrown out into the wilderness. And I mean, of the 3 characters, she had the least growth as a character emotionally, but that I think she had to deal with a lot more, and well, maybe not a lot more, but she had to deal with a lot in terms of being a kid thrown out into the world. But frick, yeah. And then Birdman's still alive. Nilfgaard's not done. Like, they're not dead. They're not defeated. They're still going to be, doing this thing. We still don't fully know what their end goal is. They wanted Ciri, for some reason, they wanted to bring her to the White Flame. We aren't 100% sure who that is yet. We know it's the Emperor of Nilfgaard, someone said in the comments a while back. We don't know necessarily their identity, but they're not gonna give up that fight. I kind of want to see Geralt bring Ciri to Kaer Morhen to meet Vesemir, maybe start her training a little bit. That would be dope. maybe some hints of the Wild Hunt coming. Yeah, what else would happen in season 2? You know, Yennefer, they're obviously gonna have to deal with the aftermath of this battle. I assume it would be straight into this battle in season 2 because Foltest is there ready to fight. You got the aftermath of Yennefer and her flames and all that, and trying to get these mages back on their feet. Yeah, I wonder how soon in season 2 she'll reconnect with Geralt and Ciri and possibly you know, find them again and realize that she kind of wants to be a mom, or not realize, but remember, and realize that this is kind of part of her chance to be that. Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be interesting. This was a really good season, and I can't wait for season 2. Yeah, I'm pumped. I don't know if I have anything else to say though. Like, this was so good. This was such a good season, and I freaking love this show, and I can't wait to see more of it. But yeah. I think that's all I got. Let me know down below. Let me know what you thought of this episode. Let me know like what, just any thoughts you have on the episode and what you think is going to happen next, like where season 2 will take us. Leave a like on the video, that helps a ton. And subscribe and ring the bell so you get notified when I upload. But other than that, I think that's all I got. So yeah, I'll probably, if you have suggestions as well for, I'll probably make this its own video, but if you have suggestions of like what, like a new show or something that I should start reacting to now that The Witcher's done, let me know. I got finished this season of The Expanse, and then My Hero Academia and Clone Wars and Westworld, but other than those, like I'll pretty much have like an open spot in terms of a show. So one option is season 3 of Killing Eve. That's a great show. There's tons of other ones. Just like let me know in the comments what you think, and if I haven't seen it, I'll kind of go by what has the most comments or votes or whatever. But yeah, that's all I got. I already said leave a like and subscribe, but yeah, do it anyway, that corner. And I will catch you guys next season. Peace.